All right, I think the stone is finalized, so let's get it out. We're just ooh, fuck! Almost knocked over my water. Yeah, we're about to input projections. We got them done. They're just not interlaid yet. So here you go. Here's the round 4 stone. I think the first thing you really want to pay attention to that makes round 4 different is this win equity right here. Our dude Lee Hodges is showing up at 76% to win. That sounds about right. I would have said about 75%. So then it begs the question: can we play a lineup without him and still win? And let's just say this is his round tomorrow. Let's say he makes 3 birdies, 1 bogey, shoots a -2. Okay, the rest are pars. And he gets his 13 bonus points for winning. Well, at $9,000, I think he almost certainly doesn't pay off that price tag, even though he wins, right? Because I just think there's going to be a lot of birdies on this course tomorrow, and people can go move up to 5th place, get 1 more birdie than him, and they've already outscored him, right? That would offset the difference in those points. So I think there's a path to fade Lee Hodges. I will tell you this. He's playing out of his mind. He's playing great, and he didn't seem to let up any aggression today. Maybe that changes tomorrow. But what it didn't seem to bother him today was nerves. Maybe that changes on a Sunday and he gets a little more nervous. I think there's a path to playing Lee Hodges. If you think he's going to go shoot a -5 tomorrow, he'll almost certainly be in the nuts lineup. So if you think he continues to steamroll and we see one of those things like Michael Kim at the John Deere a few years ago, I think you need to play Lee Hodges. I think you should just lock button him, right? If you think he's going to go out there and just kind of hold on, maybe even moonwalk a little bit, well, then it's pretty easy what to do. You fucking fade him. It's really, really easy because he will be high owned, right at 40%, right? So that is your dilemma, is to determine what to do with Lee Hodges. I think it all starts from there. It could be one of those tournaments you don't need the winner because he's so far out ahead, right? The other thing I really like to look at is this top 5 percentage. I love guys that can go backdoor me at top 5, get me those bonus points that you don't necessarily see coming, right? Like nobody's going to fucking play David Lipsky tomorrow. But maybe he can figure it out. And, he has a 1 in 9 chance of getting you a top 5. And that's what I like. Because if you can go get 3 or 4 guys that backdoor in the top 5, you will be so live. Also, do not forget about those guys that go off early. You'll notice we have the tee times color coded here. I think the guys that are out early are going to be in the best conditions. Now, a lot of those guys out there fucking suck, and they've been playing terrible this week. But if they have their A game and or they're trying, I think you could see some nut-type rounds come out of the early, right? I don't think the afternoon guys are going to have it rough at all. I just think the morning conditions will be absolutely stellar. So that's the big things that are different about the Stone is the early tee times because they're going out in 2s tomorrow. And then the win and top 5. Everything else is the same, right? I don't know of any injury watches we need. The fucking Lee Hodges has had his wrist wrapped all week, but it doesn't look like it bothers him, so we're not going to put that on there. We have our pivots, which are just simply some lower-owned options in chalky ranges. We have our high leverage guys. Those are guys that are showing up in my optimals more than they are projected to be owned. And then, of course, we have sleepers, right? Some of these sleepers are really fucking slimy, right? You can't play CJ Pad. Head that terrible today. Okay, well, then don't fucking play him. It's just the whole point of sleepers is they're supposed to be a little slimy, right? If they were warm, fuzzy Care Bear blankets, well, then we wouldn't be fucking grossed out by them. They wouldn't be good sleepers, would they, Bob? All right, from there, let's scroll over because the Stone is getting a big. How big? A big. All right, here we got our approach series. I go over this every time. Can I just point something out? Matt fucking Kuchar had an 80% good approach. We've never seen anybody break 80. Very, very rarely do they ever break 70. He broke 80. My God, man. You know what it takes? By the way, Matt Kuchar is historically a world-class putter. You know what it takes to get Matt Kuchar to have the best approach round of his career probably and not be able to make a putt? Me having him in a sick-ass 6 of 6 and just needing him to go off. That's all it takes. Fuck. He's in that. I think I'm like 30th place. I got all the way up to 18th, and then I moonwalked back to like 35th or I don't know, something like that. By the way, we had in the big $20, the $200,000 up top, we had somebody leading after round 1. Now we have somebody leading after round 3. And by the way, I looked up his win equity. Insane win equity for the lottery tomorrow. Normally if you have a 5 to 10% win equity in the lottery, you're like, holy shit. So imagine being like significantly higher than that. All right, so I always love good approach. That just lets you know how consistently are they peppering the flag. Are they hitting shots that are going to lead to potential birdies? This is just simple strokes game. This is what all the plebs see when they look on Data Golf. What I love is this number right here, true approach. Okay, so let's just take a guy like right here. JT Poston picked up 3.66 on approach day. That's incredible. But he also picked up 2.69 on true approach. So even when you take out his one outlier incredible shot, he was still incredible today. He was still incredible. Not to mention his fucking good approach was 75%. So, like, yes, his tap delta's lower because he hit one fucking incredible God-level shot. But even when you take that out, he was still God-level today, right? And that's not the case for everybody, right? Sometimes you take out some God-level shots and then they suck, right? Who is this right here? I'm trying to see who this is. Sam Stevens, 2.56 on approach day. You take out a couple shots, though, he only picked up 1.03. Those kind of crazy, awesome shots. The delta's just measuring those, right? Look at this. Who is this right here? Adam Long lost 4 strokes on approach. But really, if you just take out 1 or 2 shots, he really just barely lost, 3/4 of a stroke on approach, which isn't good, but it's not like the worst you've ever seen. It's not like he's like fundamentally broken. We have their short game regression as always, their bad round regression, and then their historical round 4. We have our putting series, which is the same as the approach series. And then we have their price relationship, all right? Projections will be in there soon. I think you really just want to be cognizant about how you build your lineup. I'm probably going to go with 2 guys from the top, in the top 10. Probably going to go with 2 to 3 guys in that 10 through 40 range. And then I'm probably going to have one lineup where I play one fucking punt that goes out there early. Don't even worry about the position points. Just hope he gets me 6 or 7 birdies. That's all I'm after, right? Get that guy at 1% that goes off early, and then all of a sudden you get real live the rest of the day, Bob. So I think that's kind of, that's what I'm going to do. But that's not necessarily the right answer. Okay, but what I do know is the right answer is being aware of how your roster is constructed. And I think you want to give some real thought to, how many guys are you playing in the top 10? How many punts are you playing? How many pivots are you playing? Because I think at Showdown, you are rewarded for punts and pivots more often than you are on week long. But it's also, I think, a very negative EV to be playing 4 or 5 punts and pivots in the same lineup, right? At some point, there's diminishing returns. Because, at some point you're just playing all these wild cards, just hoping everything flips right. And, that gets really, really low percentage, right? So I think, just being different 2 or 3 spots at Showdown is usually good enough, right? If you play Finau or Poston or Hodges in a lineup, I think that's more than acceptable. But what I can tell you is, I don't like those 3 together. I can tell you that, right? I like maybe picking one of those 3 and then kind of getting different elsewhere, right? Or if you want to go with 2 of them, get really, really different elsewhere. Just something to consider, man. All right, the stone is out. I got to go make the big guy video. Have a good night. The screenshots are incredible. Our dude took 2nd place today in the big lottery. So, and another guy won the $33 single entry, the $100 single entry, the $12 single entry. By the way, that's the same guy that's currently leading the $200,000 big $20 and week long. So I hope he runs as pure tomorrow as he did today. Big day tomorrow, big sweats. I even have one. My win equity is right around 1%. I'll take a 1 in 100 chance at $200,000. That's fucking a lot better than my chances were when I came into the week, Bab. So, anyways, big day tomorrow. Hope you guys do well. If you do, please share those screenshots. Put them in the screen room. We're collecting all those. We love them. They're awesome, especially when you fly the flag. Real cool. Later, guys.